whatever's. You say something brilliant, I don't know. But it really doesn't matter. I think.
If I could just repeat what I just said, I'm so happy that it worked out.
Yes.
Because I have that plan in my head,
right.
And executed it and actually like work. It aligned with physics in reality.
Right.
Because some big ideas don't manifest into this 3D world, but this one happens. And just the basic movement of it, it's right. It moves. You know what I'm saying? like multiple movements, so to figure out how to, get all those movements out of just one motion of the other.
Like that. Like,
would you like to order food now?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, go for it.
I tried the grilled beef sandwich. Was that the banh mi?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll do a banh mi grilled pork.
All right.
So yes. Cheers.
Oh man, I should have got one too. Rough morning. I probably could use it. But yeah, 9 times out of 10, would you say things actually work, or is it?
I'm at I'll say 95 percentile.
Yeah.
So I started out at 60 when I first started building puppets. Now I'm up in high 90s where I think of something and it just boom.
Oh wow.
Because it's above sitting and thinking about something. I'll just sit and wait for my voice to tell me what to do. It's like taking orders from the ether. So it's not even a thinking process anymore. It's just listening and following the directions that come through. I think it's higher than me, but it's still my voice.
Sure, it's connected.
It's talking through me, yeah.
It's not you, but it's you, and it's coming to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's what just happened.
That's amazing.
And you were there to see it.
Yeah, I think I had a couple of shots with you, just 10-minute takes where you're just sitting in that wheelie chair.
Yeah, that's
where the work is.
Yeah, that's all the work right there. What are you doing just sitting there
That's when you don't move your hands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's 90% brain function.
Yes, conceptually, conceptualizing. Yeah.
This vision, I can't execute anything unless I literally see it in my,
right. You don't even call it thinking, right? It's
it just pops up and I'm visualizing it.
Wow. And you said when you first started it was 60-ish, 65?
Yep, about 60. I was would this work? Yay! 40%.
Can I get one of his beers too?
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
So, yes, dude, I can't ever imagine reaching above 95% because I'm always looking for more efficient ways to do it because none of my puppets are ever done.
Will never be 100.
Yeah, because even
it always approaches it.
Right? Because the puppets that are over 10 years old that I have, they've been rebuilt at least 2 or 3 times. Even replace parts. So it's constantly a work in progress. It's never a done puppet.
That's cool.
So, because I'm never satisfied with anything I do. Ever.
Oh, so there's yes. Oh, thank you. Oh, cheers, man. Congrats.
Official.
It's fine. Yeah, that's. How long have you been at this for? Have you been puppeteer since you were born?
30.
30 years.
Turned 30.
Okay.
So I'll be 50 about 30, 20 years now.
Okay.
Because I started right around my 18-year-old when he was born.
Okay.
And I actually used his toddler clothes that he outgrew for the puppet.
Okay.
The first puppet that I built.
Oh.
So.
That's so cool.
Yeah, man. Now I'm back in LA. This is the hashtag puppet life. You know what I'm saying?
How did you fall into puppetry, or just someone
just something said build a puppet? That's that inside voice I was telling you about.
Right. So it's there from the beginning.
Yeah. Because I've always been a performing artist, all my adult life. I'm an MC, you know what I'm saying? I rap, I do spoken word, poetry, visual artist. I was a live performance painter. That's why I do live painting with a puppet now.
Lab painting?
Live
painting.
live
Like graffiti.
paintings, like with bands, like you get a canvas and
Okay. Oh wow.
like performance art.
Was that in Pittsburgh or that was in North Carolina?
Did both, but
okay.
I started out in Pittsburgh.
Was there a big scene back then for that? Yeah.
I was doing it before people were uploading videos of doing paintings upside down and flipping it over. I was already like done with it.
I did that.
Exactly. When stuff started getting trendy, I like move on to the next.
I see. Yeah, because I was thinking about like, I mean, your name for one.
Yeah.
It's not subtle.
Exactly. And this is, that's my personality, man. Like you get what you get. I'm like, people say I'm a nice person, but I'm fair. So I give out the energy that I receive. So, but I give out good energy too. So I haven't, got any like major conflicts. I don't have any like mortal enemies that I know about. Maybe they're plotting, building it.
Maybe
like
a secret one.
Incredible, yeah.
They don't know about. You don't know about
that kid I didn't let perform in my show, so I work alone, kid.
Yeah, that's right. Comebacks built like a robot. Yeah,
he's plotting on my demise right now as we speak.
What was his name? The kid with the I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Can't remember the build, but he was hilarious.
Yeah, but he built a robot, right?
Exactly. The AI that learned. Like, that's what happened to me right now.
That's the perfect bad guy. Yeah.
What was his name? Anyway, yeah.
Whatever, I get it.
So, it is what it is.
Yeah. So hip hop, huh?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man.
You did all four, right? Did you dance too?
I mean, I wasn't the dopest, but I could do a backspin. You know what I'm saying? It's like 12 or 13. I was like 12 or 13 when it was like.
Did you use the cardboard? Or?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's you gotta get a piece of linoleum when you're in heaven. And we love when somebody got an appliance like Miss So-and-so got a refrigerator. And we gotta be running to get the cardboard first. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, that was one of the things you asked for when you came in. You're like, make sure we have...
Dude, connected it back to the cardboard. See? Full circle.
That's cool.
Dude, that's a dope thought. I'm like thinking doing an installation about breakdancing with cardboard. Do like a puppet that's doing it.
Literally.
You gave me an installation idea.
Perfect.
Cardboard.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Dude, pulling ideas out my brain. Asking the right question.
Oh, great. I love it. Yeah.
Nice.
I used to play in a hip hop band. I don't know if I told you.
Nah, you did not.
We opened for Slick Rick.
The ruler. Dope.
Yeah, I think he had the eye patch and yeah.
Man, I would love to tour with like an old school hip hop act and open with a puppet show. Like I met Boots Riley and a friend of mine, Pierce Freeland. He was hosting him at UNC, and he was his film Sorry to Bother You was he was like promoting and touring at the universities. And I like got to premiere the film with him sitting like in the row behind me with the coup. The dude was like dope, cool dude. Man, we went out to dinner, so he didn't have anybody to open for him because the coup was performing after he did an interview symposium or whatever. So I opened with a puppet show, man, and I was like, I would love to like tour with a hip hop band and open with like Jeghetto, a puppet show and like project on the big screen.
That would be.
You gotta be sick, like hip hop and puppetry, man.
Oh, wow.
So that's I just put it out there, so anybody know anybody.
Yeah.
But I did my Spinocchio. I did open for Camp Low when they came through Pittsburgh. So it was just like a local opening type thing.
I see. That was way before Mary J. Blige, right? Or that was around.
Do a Camp Low.
Like during those days when you were.
Oh yeah.
Boots Riley. Yeah.
No, this happened a couple years ago.
Oh.
When this movie came out.
Okay, I don't know about
Oh, do you have to see?
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry to bother.
What is it called?
Sorry
That's-
to bother.
okay,
you.
that's
That's the
okay.
name of the film. It's
Uh-huh.
what's his name? Lakeith. That one actor name. He played in Get Out. He's the dude at the
okay.
party with the crazy look on his face.
Okay. Okay.
What was he playing? He's a dope ass actor. He was the Judas in Judas and the Messiah.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's dope.
Oh wow.
So yeah, man. Yeah. Sorry to bother you, Judge.
Sorry, okay.
We can edit that out. Or I don't know if I can give him. I mean, I met him. He's cool. I don't know. I'm promoting him. So yeah, man.
That would be great to see.
Oh, dude, it's a crazy movie.
Yeah.
It's,
What? Yeah. Can
I'm
you?
not even gonna tell you.
No, you
about
don't. Okay.
He addressed every political issue that there is in one movie. I don't know how he did it, dude. It's genius. So yeah, dude, I don't know you, but I think you'd appreciate it. It's like, yeah,
Point taken. Yeah.
definitely.
Great. Speaking of politics and like craft, I mean, there's hip hop and then like puppetry. Like, do you think it's like a untouched kind of, or is it? I mean, I know you've.
No,
done,
dude, I've
obviously,
seen some
but-
shows that
yeah.
go there, man. This one brother, Mexican dude, he's in Asheville now. What is it? The name's like lose me. I get lost.
We could look them up.
But I have a lynching show called Just Another Lynching. It's a puppet show about a lynching in the year 1921.
Mm-hmm.
This dude has this show about human trafficking that makes my show look like a Disney show. Like, I thought I was like giving out PTSD, dude. His show was so deep. And he did something at the end where you couldn't applaud. And he just walked off the stage and just left you there awkward. So I hung out with him the night before, so when he came back out, nobody knew how to act. I just looked at him. I just walked up to him and hugged him. Was like, dude. Like, he stunned him so hard. It was inappropriate to applause, but it was a amazing performance.
Wow.
Trolled them. Trolled them. It was.
Oh wow.
So I was like, I need to step up. Like, why am I doing this show, and what response do I want? Do I really want to disrupt as hard as he did? I'm gonna say yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Definitely. Yes.
That's good. Since then, I mean, has that kind of amped up your
But
motivation behind it?
I've had a couple experiences after that where I'm kind of leaving the past in the past. I want to create shows and realities with puppets of what a future would look like, or what I see a positive future would look like.
I see.
Not like a utopia, but like
Right.
a fair and just society with technology.
Oh.
So I'm to kind of want to predict the future. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm tired of being chained down to the past and the present. I'm gonna jump forward with my thinking.
Let me make sure this is right. Fair and just. Yeah, fair and just.
Yeah, just.
Right.
That'll cover a lot.
Yeah. Something that's not unfair.
Yeah. Or if it is unfair, it's justice. There's justice and a correct consequence for your action. Agreed by the people, the masses, versus a tyrannic goddamn government.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But I don't know if humanity's energy level is at that place where it can be an honor code. I don't see that happening in any next few generations.
Not anytime soon. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, if we're being.
But things happen spontaneously. People think it's an evolution, but it's not. Change happens immediately. You know what I'm saying? So I could be wrong. But the way I see it at my age and my life experience right now, I can't wrap my mind around that. Because people ain't shit, man. And if you do know it's wrong, you don't care enough or brave enough to stop it. So we're all compliant. I ain't shit either. You know, that's why I don't judge anybody. I'm just doing my art, man, and trying to make the world a better place, like one performance at a time. If I can make somebody smile or spread some information, cool. If not, I'm still like doing what I love. So I don't know. I might as well be more responsible with my art. I'm starting to feel more obligation to really like, what am I really doing?
Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
What is this work doing? Yeah.
So that's where I'm at now in my career. Where I'm real strategic. I don't do gigs for opportunity. I really think like, no, am I going to be happy? Am I going to enjoy that? Does it correspond with the path I'm going towards versus pulling me away, trying to meet new people for opportunity?
Right. Boost your career.
I met all the people I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're big enough.
Yeah. So like I get it now. It's
yeah.
like, okay, you know, this works, that person works, that person doesn't. So
I see. Meaningful, things that tie to. Can you repeat what you said before earlier? I think you said not the past or the present, but just in thinking about, like, I love what you said about like this.
I want to start predicting
Yeah.
my future
Okay.
with a vision that I see fit. You know, so instead of like repeating and discovering new shit that happened in history
Right.
and shit that's going on now, I want to project myself in a space where I can think of change, and maybe that vibration can spread if I can manifest in the puppet show and share my idea with people. You know,
Right,
I think that puppetry is the ultimate form of storytelling.
How come?
So if I can convey a message like that through puppetry,
Okay.
that's my activism and my contribution to humanity.
Wow.
This is some spiritual shit, dude. This is
Yeah.
not just puppets to me, man.
Yes.
I had some, like, I wouldn't even call it supernatural anymore, but some really strange things happened during me performing with puppets
Okay.
that are like out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? So I have a respect for this art form. I have a extreme respect for it because it's like opened me up to like multi-dimensional shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like a spiritual journey for me.
Okay.
Like, I didn't start building puppets till I was like 30, so I was never like growing up like, oh, I'm gonna be a puppeteer.
Right.
I did other art forms, like a barber for 20 years. But when I picked up the puppetry, I'm like, oh shit, this is like a calling. I suppose I'm supposed to be doing this. So yeah.
Amazing.
Jeghetto.
Jeghetto. Yeah. I see. So we won't be seeing any documentaries on hip hop.
I mean, it's
like,
connected.
it's not-
Like, well, I have a hip opera. You know what I'm saying? So everything I do is influenced by hip hop.
Right,
You know, so
right.
I can still. The beauty of the puppetry is, like, people call me an artist. I do sculpting, portraits, work with pastel, acrylic oil. I don't like oil, but I can work with it.
Okay.
I don't have the patience. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, do watercolor. I'm a beast with watercolor. I can teach just about any art form except like pottery and like, you know, like really high level. Besides puppetry, any other high level, but basic art, I can teach anything.
Wow.
And I've taught it. You know what I'm saying? So I can still do all those things and still claim one discipline, puppetry. I can paint set now, I can still draw, I can still sketch, I can live paint with the puppet now, I can rap, so I can still do all my phases of life into this one art form. And I think it's led up to this,
Okay.
where I was jumping around these different art forms to combine them all into this
Right.
this thing called the Master of Puppetry.
Wow.
That
That's
dude,
amazing.
I'm like, I mean, it's my first time of like sharing it this deep in a conversation.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
So I mean, because I've been thinking about it last few weeks, like, this is where I'm at now.
Right.
And you're the first person that I've got to like explain to where I'm at.
Thank you.
No, this is like the right time, right place.
Oh,
It's like-
I really resonate with that, man. As somebody who,
Yeah.
like, you know, grew up playing classical piano as an Asian kid growing up in Vancouver, and, you know,
Nice.
soccer moms, you know, piano was a soccer mom thing. Like, it
Yeah.
was every Asian kid would play piano.
Violin.
Yeah, violin. Yeah, and all the youth orchestras, and yeah, for sure. And then yeah, it was really interesting. And then I kind of jumped around in different forms of music. You know, played a little hip hop and jazz, and I was up at Berkeley. And,
You know, hip hop is just the
It's a mix.
remix of
Yes.
every genre.
Totally.
So I could definitely see like strings over a boom bap trap. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's yeah,
definitely.
it's music.
I love it, the idea, I mean, of hip hop, in that it's not limited to like a genre or like a craft per se, but it's like this one ethos of creation.
Of remix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's been yes, recreation.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Nice beef.
On the grilled beef.
Beef.
All right, thank you,
Enjoy your meal.
thank you.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh, hello.
Can I get one more? Sure. Yeah. It's a celebration.
Oh, it's not enough. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's like raw,
Yeah,
raw
they're good.
jalapenos. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. I love their beef.
Good.
Kind of like sliced like a gyro. The bread. Oh, God. Dude, I've never tasted this.
It's
I
good.
love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Speaking of mix of stuff, Vietnamese was a French colony, so all the French baguettes, you know, you gotta.
This is supposed to come with a sauce.
I think
Dipping
it might,
sauce?
yeah,
Yeah.
it might actually. But do we ask for it? Sometimes they give you sauce, but sometimes you gotta ask.
And there's like rotating shortages of stuff, man. This is delish. The cilantro. Oh, this is so good.
I'm good. Is there a dipping sauce for the sandwich? Or
No,
it
but I
comes
can
this way?
bring the sriracha and the soy sauce. if you
Okay.
want.
Yeah, thank you. Get some hot sauce. Or there's like a seafood sauce. Yeah, they use for their noodles.
What is that? The fish sauce, right?
Fish sauce. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if they use the fish sauce to cook usually. Thank you. Wow. This is soy sauce, I think. This is the seafood.
Oh, lost it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I have a deep admiration for artists who, like, throughout their lifetime do explore, you know, all these different things, but then, like, are still at heart, you know, kind of still practicing that main craft. As someone who did vigorously, you know, I'm not that old, but like mid-30s. I played piano since I was 5, so I've been playing the piano for 30 years.
Oh yeah.
I know I need knee surgery, so I'm an old man. But I think 10 years ago, I don't know, something happened and I stopped identifying as a musician. and I stopped believing in the power of music. I think, to be really straightforward.
That's heavy.
Yeah, I was depressed for a good while. Yeah.
Define what power of music is to you.
I'm assuming maybe similar to what you're describing about like the spiritual side of puppetry, you know, and the power that it kind of has to evoke, but also touch on like a.
Dude, you lost faith in God, because music is, I mean, the angels sung every theology. There's music from the heavens, so it's a vibration. It's a creational thing. So you, wow, that's deep.
I was pretty messed up. I don't know why I'm sharing this, but
that's because I mean, even this the emotion that I get from music, and to know that you like lost touch with that, dude. Wow. What was there something that triggered that, or is it a?
I think I cared too much about music. You know, I had an email address called I Take Music Too Seriously @gmail.com, and I think I identified too hard at some point, and you know, just jumped around and kind of saw the abyss, you know, in some ways.
What broke your heart?
What broke my heart?
Was it a situation that happened? What red pilled you?
Well, this is about me now. Yeah. I'll go there. I was with my hip hop band. I was playing. You know, I graduated from Berkeley, 2009, and played in a couple of bands. And hip hop one like took off. You know, we were sponsored by Converse, and we were, a big deal. And
wow.
Taking our time, you know, had the connections, and but yeah, I felt like that wasn't enough somehow, and I thought like it was probably very selfish and indulgence, where just I wanted to go deeper into like the deep art kind of music, where like in my mind like the commercial part of it wasn't enough, or the industry, or being made famous or whatever. And so I'm like, oh, whatever, screw this, like I'm gonna just make music for music's sake. And then I did make this like ultimate piece of music that I thought was like the quintessential form that at whatever development stage, you know, I was at, that made sense, that it was like the best ever, like that 100, you know, that we're doing. And it probably isn't perfect, you know, but at the time, in the kind of frame of mind that I was living in, like it was. And so it was a 30-minute long beat-driven synthesizer improvisation, free kind of like through composed from beginning to end. And then I kind of, you know, boosted it with like some support, you know, some rhythms and you know, kind of structures to kind of carry it through. And it was based on the Book of Job, actually. I don't know if you heard of that. Yeah. And it was a big deal. And then when I finished it, I couldn't stop listening to it. And I must have like listened to it for like a year, and I couldn't listen to any other form of music. And then after that, I couldn't listen to that anymore, and I only listened to like noise, like radio noise, you know, static. You know, I just got into, you know, noise music. You know, there's a thing.
That's extreme rebellion.
Wow. Yeah, it's there. Yeah. Wow. And then I got into silence, and then and then I was like, that's it. I couldn't deal with the sonic aspect of things, you know. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll be a painter. And I lived in New York for a summer, and I started painting, collecting garbage to paint on and stuff. And New York has the best garbage.
No,
definitely. Yeah. So, but yeah, I've been on like this. Now I'll finish my little story here, but like for about 10 years, I've been identified more as like an artist, you know, rather than like a musician. I still play the piano and perform it once a year or something like that. But like just yeah, it took me to a decent, but like I mean I just I say all that to say like anytime I meet anybody that like is so deep in their craft that but you know is much older than me and advanced but yet remain in that discipline, and it's like
you're gonna come back to it after you're doing you're walking through the desert right now.
Yeah.
And dealing with fighting the demons. And you come back anew, the phoenix. You're in that stage, yeah, that's where you're at, man.
Yeah.
You're cocooning. You wound up in silk and you're ready to break out like was Kung Fu Hustle.
All right.
Yeah, dude, because you're yeah, you have an internal rage that you fight.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, I can't wait until like I'm 80 years old, just the wisdom and just the studying people, another 30 years. I'm looking forward to that, man. That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm projecting into the future. What does the future look like?
Wow.
That's where I'm at, man.
That's cool.
None of this shit matters, really.
Yes. Yes.
Unless you're like using it to advance in that, whatever that future is.
That's cool.
Because I was talking to my 18-year-old the other day. I'm like, so you can predict your future. Like yesterday, you knew that you were going to get up at 8 o'clock and go to the gym. You predicted your future. Like if you projected further and plan it out more, then you have more outcome, bigger outcome, the more planning you do. Because you just plan to set your clock at 8 o'clock and get up and go.
Right.
Imagine if you plan something out for 10 years with that same mindset.
That'd be amazing.
So I'm just, putting these ideas in my kids' heads, man, because nobody ever put those ideas in my head. So I had to wait till now to figure it out. Now I have offspring to tell it and teach it to, so they don't have to experience it themselves.
Wow.
Dude, you have a 5-year-old, dude. It's an awesome thing.
You sound like a great dad. Yeah, I could feel it. Yeah.
I'm just doing what I wanted as a kid.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, but I didn't have the opportunity to grow up with, a father figure, so I was like, I'm just going to be everything that I wanted. And I'm realizing, I thought I was good without a dad, but once I've been a father in a home, and my children have experienced things that I've never experienced. Like my daughter, like last year, she was like 6. She said, "Daddy, I love you because you provide for us and you protect the family." And I flashback on my life. I never had that situation. I've never felt safe because it was just my mother. And you know what I'm saying? It's like I would consider the man in the house at 10 years old, the pressure. So for her to say that, I kind of give her a hug, and I went in the room and I teared up, because it's like therapy for me, parenting, because I realized things that I missed out my childhood from being there. It's heavy, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's heavy.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah. I mean, yeah, as you know, my kid's only 5, and I'm only starting to feel reactivated pain from 20 years ago, as a kid.
All of my children are 5 years apart.
Is that right?
5 children, 5 years apart.
Wow.
How crazy is that?
Yeah. 5. You have 4, right? Yes.
5.
5, okay.
2 grown children in
Okay.
a previous relationship. I met my wife, and we have 3 children together. 18, 13, and 7.
Okay. It's a lot.
Our 18-year-old, he helps out a lot. So, the older they get, the less
Right.
responsibility
Sure.
and maintenance they need.
Right.
So it pans out, dude. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
All right.
Now my son drives now, so he's driving and going. So it lessens the burden of parenting the older they get.
That's nice.
To the point where make them slaves, and they do everything you tell them to do. And you train them up, you know, to do all the chores and stuff. So you know, because you can focus on paying the bills and doing outside stuff to bring in income while they maintain the household. It's, you know, it gives them a roof over their head and you feed them every day. It's the least they could do.
That's a good system.
Let's do a damn chore. Yeah. Like,
oh, yeah.
you know, teach them, you know, the younger you could teach them, the better. You catch them when they, you know, about 5. He's like, oh, dishes are fun. Yay. And he's doing dishes, loving it. And then you have a dishwasher in the house. You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty far from that.
It's got a, you know, I call it parent pimping.
Work them.
No, but it's teaching them life skills though. So
Yeah.
anything teaching them life skills,
That's
dude,
good.
is awesome. Just take advantage of the situation, and then they get an apartment and they know how to clean the damn house. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
no.
yeah, you're training them, dude, to be adults, to be responsible.
It's good. How did like the whole family business thing come about? Like, I mean, I know you guys are like almost like looks like
I needed help.
Yeah. Just
Except
naturally.
that my wife was like, look, I can't run the business side and create at the same time. Like, you have to manage and like just take care of the contracts and the money, and let me network and keep the relationships going and creating, so we can build an empire. And once she like understood that, now we've like doubled and tripled our income because I'm delegating. Because that's what she does. She's a clerical person. She like builds websites. So she built my website. She maintains it. That's, you know, a big part of business now.
Sure.
So it's like, you know, we're a goddamn power couple. Because we're good together. Because she's an artist as well, so she understands the game.
What's her background like? I mean, I know you mentioned she's
Graduated for her was like art and was that multimedia. So she learned how to develop. This was back in we met like 20 years ago.
Okay.
So she coding, website maintenance, and all that good stuff. And she loves the research. And when I met her, she was a professional model.
Oh, wow.
So she does fashion, you know what I'm saying, writes. Yeah, it's just we just dope together.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's one of the things. I mean, when we first heard about you, that was like, besides, you know, your obvious skills and talent, craft and art, like the fact that you, running the family business is very admirable. Just being a young dad, knowing like
It just happened. I didn't like force anything.
Yeah.
It just naturally happened because Because even my 13-year-old, he's my first-hand man as far as puppetry. A couple years now, he's been in Detroit, he's been in Chicago, you know, so I take him all through North Carolina to perform together. He's seen the show. He was 2 years old, sitting on my wife's lap, and he watched a show I did called Love and Robots with a paper hand in North Carolina. And it was like the same attention that you give the Star Wars on a big screen.
Wow.
He was 2 years old
For a
and didn't
2-year-old.
move. And he came home, and that was it. He was like puppets for life. Like, he's just as enthusiastic about puppetry, if not more.
That's amazing.
So I thought that I was setting this whole career and and puppetry thing up for myself.
Yeah.
I'm building a bridge for him to go to the next level.
Literally the future. That's it. That's amazing.
Because even shout out to Heather Henson. I took him with me to Chicago, the International Puppet Festival with Blair Thomas up there. And dude, she came up to Taryn, like she pulled him to the side and had a long conversation. And I was like, dude, do you know? I was like, do you understand what just happened? And he's like, yes, dude. So, he gets it.
Wow.
He gets it. He's
How old is
he's
he now?
wise.
He's
He just turned 13 in
Okay.
April
Wow.
4th.
Okay.
anniversary of Martin Luther King's assassination. He was born 4408.
408.
For all you numerologists out there, add that up.
All right.
And my numerology reading is 44, being born at 8, and 4 is the creative number. I have 2 4s, so my reading was like I can't be any more creative. Like I'm the creator of creatives. 2 creative numbers, dude. 44.
Wow.
And I was always connected to the number 8.
Wow.
Like even when my mid to late 20s, I had a visor with the number 8 on it, and I looked at the old film. I was like, 8, number 8. That's my connection.
What's the numerology?
Just the infinity sign.
Mm-hmm. In Chinese culture, 8 is prosperous. Yeah. 5. It means you're like you made it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a rat in Chinese zodiac. My wife is a dragon. I'm a steel rat. She's a fire dragon. One of our first little business ventures was called Steel Dragon, because I was a steel and she was a fire dragon. So it's like we just split our zodiac in half,
that's
merge them back together. Dude, I did Chinese lion dance for 2 years.
Oh, you did?
I was the sea fuck.
Oh, that's awesome. They do that here? Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Sure, yeah. Before COVID, every year that they have. 2 years, huh? So you did martial arts too, or no?
Yeah,
you did.
I did a practice called Tong Bei, Baiwan Tong Bei Kwan. It's long fist ape the gibbon. The fashion after that, it's called connected fist boxing.
Okay.
So it's like the power is really in the opposite hand.
Okay.
And when you strike, you're pulling back you're pulling the person into the next punch. But one of the sayings is hit them back first.
Hit them back first.
Hit them back
Hit
first.
them back, okay. Oh.
When you see them gesturing, you're already struggling. It's pretty dope.
Crazy, yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Speaking of future, that's a short-term future. It's like an instantaneous movement right after, yeah.
That's why I like it, so.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I like that quick connection, like as above, so below.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I had a really wise prof at Berkeley, actually. You know the synthesizer, Moog?
Yeah. There's a Moog Fest in Durham, North Carolina.
Yeah.
It's in Nashville,
right?
but they brought it to Durham for a year, 2 years ago.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, Moog Fest, dude. Yes, I agree.
Okay.
And plus, I'm a P-Funk fan.
Yes.
So,
great.
I'm like,
nice.
I'm a Moog head.
Oh, I used to call myself the Mogist. I specialize in.
You won.
Yeah.
This is a competition.